Now you'll notice that this row here has no information, but if you look at the header, you can see the formula. If is blank, A26, yada yada. You don't want to delete this ever, because if you start deleting stuff, it'll affect the breakdown that is automatically imported here, which for some reason has different fonts. We're going to solidify it. There we go. Now everything is, in different sizes too. There we go. Good. You don't want to delete, because it'll start breaking formulas and it's irreparable even when you copy and paste or drag, whatever trick you think you might have. What you want to do is just, say you want this to, I'm going to hide these guys over here. Say you want to add a banner right here. You're going to just select that first row, select that last row, remove all the borders, and then reapply it. I just want to, oopsies. And then just reapply the border. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Make sure you're in single. Boom. Now, once you print, it'll appear as if there was a banner, and then you can just create a nice little image, which you go by insert, drawing, and then you type up something, save and close, and it'll create the image. And you place it, and if you want to edit it, you open it up, you change it to push, move, whatever it might be. Grip and electric, black out the room. That's the way you want to create banners. All right, do not delete any rows. Do not delete. Do not do this. Don't do, one of these where you go and boom, and then you start merging shit, because it might look good. It's gonna disrupt everything. The next thing, if you've never used this, I start to hide rows here to make it nice and compact. It doesn't need to be, this large, but sometimes you might have so much information, no rows hidden. You just have to expand, that row. That's not the case for this one. I'm going to go ahead and hide these guys, etc. Right? You would hide these, and so forth. And then same with the advanced schedule, same deal. You select all your scenes that you've got from the breakdown, and if you need to create a banner, again, do not delete it. Just remove the borders, add them back on. Insert a drawing. We'll call it a Crips blackout bedroom. I'm going to make it bold, and maybe I'll increase size, and here it is, and then just drag it to the position you need it in. And the last thing I wanted to show on the cast tab, based on the names that are appearing on the front of the call sheet, now you've got a clean visual on which cast members are playing, so that you can distro things a little bit more efficiently. I would go as far as adding extra columns, for the reps, and including their emails in here too, in fact, since we know that you're gonna have to send those emails to them as well. There are certain things that you can do, like sometimes add a column. I would tread very carefully, and the most important thing, always back up your work, even though this is a G Drive, a Google spreadsheet that has a nice backup history. I would create duplicates every day that you're making some sort of drastic change. If you're doing something that you're not sure is going to work or not, make sure you duplicate that file. That way you can always go back. And once you've done that breakdown and you know that it's clean and everything's working, and when I say everything, I mean that it's showing up in this section. I'm going to go ahead and put a bar at the top here, a border at the top. Once you know that it's importing everything nicely, let's see, this guy is going way too far off the rails. I need to make this smaller. All right, learn something new. Sometimes I guess it wraps around. Why does this not wrap around? Oh, this is why. Okay, so again, you'll see these little quirks, even on the new ones that you download. It'll have random things like that. That's why is it disappearing? All right, just need it to wrap around, not have it go through. Overflow is what they call it. All right, so once you've filled out your entire breakdown, you filled out cast, crew, days, globals, You've made sure that everything works on a test call sheet. You're getting all the breakdown information. You always, by the way, you'll always double check the breakdown directly from the Movie Magic. Who knows what happens in the export and in the conversion and in the import? Stuff could have gotten lost. Just make sure it's all there, because the last thing you want to do is be missing a prop because of a poor import job. All right, so double check every day. But once you've got everything there, create a master file, save it, and then from there duplicate your daily call sheets. And if you've got to give that access to that file to anybody, make sure you make a copy, send that over to the second so that they can do the PRs. You make a copy, send it to the office so that they can export the call sheet and send out the crew. You don't want them tampering with your file here, because it could create major issues. Best of luck, and we'll see you soon in the next videos.